Hello, this is Brother Joseph. I want to talk to you about the latest article I've written. Christian Nationalism is Christian. I'm not going to get into too much of the article, but I mainly wanted to encourage you to get it and read it. And because it's really important. I was originally going to write that article just to be brief, because I saw the attacks against Christian nationalism, which to me on one hand didn't make sense, because I understood that it was something we're supposed to do. On the other hand, it kind of made sense because the left and parts of the woke right really have been attacking it, and I could see why they're attacking it. They're afraid of it. So that's why I wanted to write it. I wanted to make it brief, but it ended up becoming a nearly year's project because I didn't realize how tied into the gospel the conversion of nations was until I got right down into it. And how much we suffer from not understanding this one fact. We are called to convert nations along with individuals. That's the call, to convert individuals and even the nations for Christian nationalism. And of course, I start by defining the term. You have to define it because the people who are critical don't, or they'll put a poor definition to it, one that is misrepresentative, to turn it into a straw man in order to have a throwaway line, so they can actually avoid discussing, important matters. So it's interesting. I didn't realize how much it was tied to the gospel, but more than this, it's something that it's just common sense. If you're a Christian and you believe in converting people to preaching the gospel and appealing to them to turn from their sins and turn to God for salvation, if you believe in living in the fullness of that faith, to having your faith inspire you in your art, in your traditions, in everything you do, to inspire it. And if you believe in sharing that with everybody, and that everybody should be inspired by that, how is that not, if we follow that line of thought, a desire for Christian nationalism? Do people not make up a nation? And is not a nation representative of the people and the culture that they have? We want individuals to have a Christian culture. We want everybody to accept the gospel. But we don't want Christian nationalism? Big disconnect. If you think about it, just stopping to think about it logically and using your common sense, it should naturally lead to that. That's what makes this attack so pernicious, so deceptive. Because you're torn. It's like one hand you're being told, don't have Christian nationalism, don't turn a nation Christian. And on the other hand, you're told by the Lord Jesus Christ to convert people, to turn their hearts towards Him so that He can save them. It just doesn't make sense. So, of course I want Christian nationalism, because I want all people to come to Christ. I want their culture to be inspired by the gospel. And if that happens in a nation, then the nation is going to obviously become a Christian nation. Christian nationalism. So, hopefully we can get to that point where Christians wake up to it. I think they're starting to wake up to the fact that this attack against Christian nationalism is just an attack of the enemy. I'm sure some kind people have been duped into it, But that's all the more reason why we need to go and wake them up and let them know this is part of the gospel. Jesus wanted us to not just preach to individuals, but to kings, to leaders of nations, to convert the nations. It's in there. So just download it and read it. And that's all I've got for you. And as always, God bless.